But did you pick up the guitar? You say you picked it up for friends, but did you pick it up for a girl?
If you pick it up for a girl, it may not stay.
That's
you
true.
know, with you. Like music, or the girl will leave and you will still be with music. Depends. I'm learning the saxophone. I'm learning the tabla. These are like side hustles. I like to think of myself as Snoop Dogg.
But I hope like you guys realize you've influenced an entire generation of weddings. What is your favorite thing to do?
I'd say jingles.
Yeah?
Yeah, and we don't do enough jingles, is what I feel.
I don't think I can name a single jingle from the last year.
But then you can't name a single anything from last year because there's so much last year and so much this year. You're not going to remember it.
Welcome to Can I Just Record This, where we're for the first time interviewing somebody who actually records for a living. Today our guest he's a music director, he's a music composer, he's a music producer, he's a triple threat, Karan Kulkarni. Thank you so much for coming on this episode. He's done some crazy amount of work for Google, Flipkart, Paperboat obviously. Star Sports, I can't even name. I opened his YouTube list and there was 92 videos. You know, he's done 92 things.
Those are the good ones.
You've done more.
So if you're not on there, then too bad. Sorry guys.
But how long have you been doing this for?
So I've been doing music for maybe since I was 15.
15?
Yeah, but I've been doing working professionally for the last maybe 13 of this is the 14th year.
Oh.
And I've been doing advertising and film. Yeah, that's how it's been.
I think actually the first question I have for you is, it's what you call yourself a composer, a producer, and a director.
Yeah.
What is
a music director?
Yeah, music director, music composer, music.
What are the differences?
Yeah. What is?
Okay, the lines are blurry in modern times, right?
Yeah.
So a composer traditionally is someone who writes music for, you could say, an orchestra or whatever, or composes a tune, composes a melody in the case of India to a large extent. A music director directs musicians as to how they need to perform the parts that are part of the thing, the music to be played. And a music producer is someone actually, originally the way it started was that you've got all these, you've got a band or you've got an artist, and a music producer kind of is the guy who guides the boat as to where things are going and how things shape up. That's how it used to be. Now a producer in modern times is someone who could be, that's what I said, the lines are blurry. He could be composing something, but at the same time he's making a beat, he's playing other things, he's creating the whole thing. It comes from electronic music. Like, electronic musicians are also composers in a way, but they somehow call themselves producers. So lines are blurry.
Yeah.
But I put it on there. You probably saw it somewhere on the internet and decided.
Linktree.
ये वही है. क्या है ये सब?
ये भी करते ये भी.
हाँ.
I can do it all. Just come.
So yeah, just to make it clear for people who are maybe checking my profile out or whatever, I've written that.
But like, what do you identify as? What do you think? Like, okay, if I had to call myself, I'm this.
As a human. For now. So I mean, yeah, I'd say out of all of those, like I wear different hats. I like to play different instruments. I sing sometimes, or I write lyrics as well.
Yeah.
But I also compose, so I can't really put a pin on one and say this is what I do.
This is primarily. But like, what's new in the music world? What are you listening to today? These days?
I listen to everything that's not new. That's what's new.
So you're going back to like.
I'm living in the past because I feel that's where the real magic is.
Okay.
So I think we all have similar ways of working now. There is a bit of a saturation in terms of where we are at this point.
Yeah.
And I think for any innovation, I hear a lot more innovation instrumentally. Maybe it's because I'm into instruments and kind of gotten tired of just electronic music, doing it for so long and listening to it for so long. So I'm finding innovation in, instrumental stuff.
Okay.
And which is why I also like to play instruments. Like I'm learning the saxophone, I'm learning the tabla. These are like side hustles. I like to think of myself as Snoop Dogg, because he's like the king of side hustles.
Right.
He does random shit.
Did you just start playing these new instruments?
I started playing saxophone very recently. Like it's probably been 1 or 2 months. But fortunately, because I play music already, it's been like a quicker journey.
Yeah.
But tabla I've been playing for 2 years.
Okay.
And if I may say so myself, I'm playing fairly decently now.
Sonically, everything has started sounding the same.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I feel like even general public who are not that musically inclined are also
Right.
feeling like this.
Feeling
Is that
the
what
same.
you mean when you say that everything?
Exactly. And there are a lot of reasons for that.
What do you?
Do you
think
want
it
to
is?
listen to these boring reasons?
Obviously.
So
That's what I'm here for.
this is what I believe. Okay, you don't have to. Take
Quote
it
you.
Yeah, you don't have to quote me on it. But I think one is the amount of control over artists has increased so much,
Right.
that you kind of get pulled into being generic. It's not that there isn't talent. It's
Right.
not that there aren't artists. There are great artists, but they are being pulled because someone making a decision is not necessarily creatively inclined. That's one reason. The other reason I'll give you is, I find in Mumbai, for example, we all have similar spaces, similar software, similar studios, similar gear, similar everything. The way we record, say, an instrument is in a small room. Obviously, because it's not real estate in Mumbai, you know the drill.
Obviously.
So you can't have a massive room to record everything. So all these things matter into what shapes a sound, what adds character to music, right? All these things matter. Having that one, creative freedom, I'm sure you heard this a million times. That, and the second one is also, the tools that you use. How diverse are they? How much are you allowed to use something that's really out there?
Yeah.
How much time, of course, but we've kind of trained ourselves to do it quickly. But I'd say these are the reasons.
Yeah. And when you say like we were used to experiment more instrumentally and all, and you're going back to instruments, what do you mean by that?
Back to relying more on playing instruments, learning music, knowing the actual language of music more, as opposed to relying on a laptop.
Oh.
I've done a lot of that, right? And that is reaching a point whether that computer's taking control of you. With AI or whatever, eventually it'll get there. So what is the one thing that makes you human is really playing that instrument and being able to perform it and, connecting with another human.
Right.
Right? And I'd say that is where the real innovation lies in the future. I'm not saying just related to advertising, I'm talking about music in general.
Let's talk about your childhood.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go all the way back.
Chair.
Every time. I'm always called a therapist. But are you from like a musically inclined family?
Absolutely not. I'm from a family of doctors.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then how did you pick up music at 15?
I'm the black sheep of the family.
Oh, so you must have had full...
So,
Are your parents proud of you? No, don't answer that.
I know I can answer it. Now they are very proud of me. Super proud. And I thank them for also, letting this happen.
But how did you get into music then, if everybody was a doctor?
Music was always there through friends, right?
Yeah.
We discover some new music, whether it's a rock band or whatever. My dad actually used to listen to a lot of the Beatles and Queen and all of that.
Whoa. Okay.
So, and then I discovered Michael Jackson as well as a kid back then. So all of these things had some impact on me. And then a lot of my friends were into the idea of being in a band. Someone wanted to play guitar, someone wanted to play whatever, drums. So this led to me learning the guitar.
Okay.
And then once I was in it, then I don't think I could get out. I was like, this is what I want to do.
But were you in a band?
I was in a band.
What was it called?
My band was called, so there's a place in Pune called Khadki. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So it was called Khadki Junction Blues.
Okay.
And we played some fun stuff.
There was a name, Khadki Junction Blues?
Khadki Junction Blues.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and what did you play?
I played bass there, but I also, I did all of the production, recording and all of that for the band. So I think that started early on.
Right.
Getting into composition and producing started from then. Because
you didn't do covers and all?
No. Only original music.
Oh, Khadki Junction Blues only plays
their own music, excuse me. Okay. And we started off at a time where any show you go to, they say, hey, Metallica bajao or something bajao,
Yeah.
which is a band they know, right? There was no room for original music then. But now it's like massive. Like people
Exactly.
want original music.
Okay, so if the first instrument you picked up was a guitar,
Was
the
a
last
guitar.
thing you've picked up is
The saxophone.
saxophone.
Yeah.
Full, isn't it different?
Very different.
Don't of course, different. But like I would assume like string people play string instruments and
They do. Like there
like
are.
that's how you progress
Yeah,
naturally.
but I'm a little weird. So, so
Yeah.
No, I mean, I enjoy music. So overall,
Yeah.
it's music, and the idea of discovering an instrument, I need something that challenges me.
Like how does it add up to your work you're producing? Like if you're learning a new instrument, do you make it a point to add it into your work? Or
Yeah, definitely. Like, and I then understand a lot more of how to write for that instrument. By write, I
Right.
mean compose. Right. So say I'm making a piece of music, and I know how to play the tabla.
Did you put it
My
in
rhythm-
something recently?
Not recently, but I'm planning to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Very
I
soon.
remember.
There may be
ad
some
of
tabla.
yours.
There
Yeah,
may be
yeah.
some tabla somewhere, like little parts maybe. Yeah.
Right.
But I haven't like featured it as the main thing.
Yeah.
But that is a plan.
You said you're not from a musically inclined family. You just got
Yeah.
into it. But is there one person you would be like, oh, this person is the reason I am who I am?
My
according to
mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come?
Because not everyone is open in my family to the idea of me being a musician. It's too far, no? They're like,
Yeah.
I mean, they were cool. Like my dad was very cool about, okay, you do what you want, because he probably wasn't allowed to do what he wanted to do, and he had to be a doctor. So my parents did give me that freedom, but then music is like, kidhar hai?
Yeah, full
Doctors
vanity.
say music
It's
is
somewhere
somewhere
else.
else only.
Yeah.
You can be in the middle somewhere. No, right there.
Yeah.
So that was a little hard, but fortunately, I think my mom was supportive, and she realized that I'm not like, I always flunked maths. And even though I'm interested in science and I read a lot about it, it's not something I'd make a career out of.
Yeah.
So I think she kind of saw that, and mothers know best.
Exactly.
So she helped convince everyone, and
Yeah.
kind of pushed for me. I was fortunate enough to go to Australia and study music production. That was like a 3-year course. Then I came to Mumbai, and I started doing short films and stuff, like music for that. But also I assisted Amit Trivedi for a year back then. This must be like 14 years ago now. But I assisted him for a year, but I worked with him on like a few films. So I got a vibe of how things work here as well, because since I was in Australia, things are very different, and their aesthetics are different. They're on a different tangent. Of course, that was very helpful. It makes me think in different ways, because I've seen a lot of that, seen a different culture.
Want to be in Bollywood?
I didn't. I always wanted to be an independent artist, but I think maybe 14 or 15 years ago, there wasn't much happening. There were people doing it, but like nothing you could maybe turn into a full-on career. So I said that I might as well try and push the things I believe in into the mainstream. And I thought I'll come in and change the scene and make din mein ho.
Music will change. Indian music landscape.
Change. It doesn't happen, but at least you make a small difference. So yeah,
But it's like
that's
Ek
okay.
Mein Aur Ek Do. Like it's like really cool films that you did when you were with him. I love everything about that film, even soundtrack and all. So how do you assist as a musician?
So you would assist. So sometimes I would record for him.
Okay.
Like I would work as a sound engineer sometimes. Sometimes I would make parts. Like say he's got like an entire arrangement of or whatever. He's got some ideas put down, and then I add musical parts to it.
Okay.
That may or may not make it to the final, and they did a lot of times. And sometimes they didn't, and sometimes something changed or whatever. But that's what you do, and then you handle the general studio vibe, recordings, other musicians.
Yeah.
So it's nice because you get to assist someone in that sense, because you get a good idea of how things work in the industry.
So is it a lot of operational handling, or is it like bringing somebody else's vision to life?
Bringing someone else's vision to life.
Okay.
Yeah, but you may have some freedom depending on the person.
Depending on who you're assisting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, do you remember the first ad you did?
I didn't start with advertising. I started with films.
Okay.
So I started on this film called Peddlers. That was my first film for Vasan Bala. You might know him.
Yeah.
Very well-known director, very talented director. So I started with that film. I did the music for it, and it turned out good and whatever. The film hasn't
fully
released.
independently, like just oh.
Yeah, music independently, and of course I had like musicians, singer friends to be part of it. So I did that, and that's all I had, and maybe 1 or 2 short films here and there. So someone called me randomly saying we need someone to do an ad. Can you? I don't know how they got my number. Anyway, so they called me and they're like, can you send something? I had nothing, so I sent a private link of music from a film that's not released. Right. Because what else do you do? I have nothing else. I send it to them, and then he's listening to it in his office somewhere randomly. They play the first song. He's like, "Who's this? I want this guy." So I was like, "Whoa, okay." This is the story he told me later because he's my friend now. So, and that's how one thing led to another. So I think that was a Dettol commercial.
Okay.
The first one.
रोहन कहाँ है?
बीमार है। बार बार बीमार पड़ने से बच्चों की मानसिक विकास पर भी असर पड़ सकता है, इसीलिए डेटॉल की सुरक्षा हर रोज, ताकि बच्चे रोज बढ़ें और रोज सीखें।
Oh my gosh, you play the game like an oh my gosh.
But it was a fun one. We did a fun track for it. And yeah, I think through that, because I worked with Vishnu, then Kishore also, who was with Nirvana. I was lucky to work with some of the really big directors back then when I started out. Like I worked with Prasoon Pandey, to work with him, and he's like probably, I'd say, one of the directors I really enjoyed with, because I learned a lot.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, he's a legend in this scene, right? And
is this the ad I think you were talking about? Is this TVZ?
It's one of the ads.
Oh my
god. One of the ads. TVZ is one of the ads.
Can I just tell you, you've ruined my life.
Why? Shit.
Because I remember this ad so explicitly, like watching it on TV.
Oh.
And when I grew up, I was like, I want to search for this song. Okay, and I thought it's some Bollywood song, maybe just put again. How did you come up with that? What was the process?
Like Prasoon sir had an idea of some old poem, I think. This is the film. Try and work something out and come to the studio tomorrow. So I said, okay. And then they sent it to me, and then I tried something.
Yeah.
And I went to the studio. And then we had a bit of a discussion, and it was interesting because we decided to get a Rajasthani singer, right? And he came in and it was damn funny. So he took he took 2 hours just talking and to get into the mood. Then he opened his pan ka dabba and then he put it in there. And then I said, chalo abhi karte hai. And then he went on the mic and he sang like, it didn't really work out for us.
Yeah.
But what he wrote was amazing. So he said, please give us what you've written and then we'll figure it out. Then we got Divya Kumar, who's a very well-known singer in films. So he sang that. That's how it happened.
Right.
But yeah, I think the thing I liked about working with Prasoon sir is he kind of guides the ship in a nice way. Like he knows where you're coming from, what you're doing, and he just kind of steers you in the right direction.
Yeah.
So the idea was that's got like a cool bass line.
Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. That's how it starts.
अपनी छब बनाई के सो मैं पी के पास गई जब छब देखी पीहू की सो मैं अपनी भूल गई तनिक कंकरी नैन में लागी नैन हुए बेचैन उन नैनन में चैन कहाँ है जिन नैनन में नैन इन नैनन में बस जरा, इन नैनन में बस, हाय नैनन में बस जरा, इन नैनन में बस। अपनी छब बनाई के सो मैं पी के पास गई।
And it's got a very dark kind of vibe almost, but
Right.
and because it's like all this slow motion stuff happening, it maybe sits with that. I think because I was a bass player in a band, that's where the influence comes from, to add a bass line. So yeah, I think like with any sort of ad film,
Yeah.
it's a whole bunch of different people coming together, and when they're having fun and throwing ideas at each other, that's where you really come up with.
Great stuff.
And when they're open to your idea.
But I hope like you guys realize you've influenced an entire generation of weddings.
Oh really?
Yeah, people do Juta Chapai, everybody copies the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the song, I am the one to play
Yeah,
it. I'm
I mean,
telling
I
you.
see a lot of wedding
I'll-
films
can-
and all, there's this vibe only.
What if not this? What if you didn't do music? What was your plan B?
There was no plan B.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's no plan B.
Oh, you're 15
But-
also. You're young.
But that said, it would probably be something in some kind of creative field, because since I was a kid, I used to write. So I've always written. Before music, I used to write. I used to do a lot of theatre, like English theatre though. Like I've done these grades from the Trinity College of London when I was a kid in speech and drama and communication and things like that. Also done a lot of drama in school, right? So I'm not saying I'll be an actor.
Nobody already said it.
No, but I would probably be in some sort of writing or creative related profession. But I can't even, I mean, it's not even occurred to me. Like once music happened, it's like, I want to do this.
This is it. This is it for the rest of my life. But okay, so do you remember going like fully mad over music? Some like playing hours, 20, 30 hours a day type?
No, I'm not one of those Panditjis, please. No, but I used to, like initially when I started learning the guitar, the guitar was a part of me. Like I would always play the guitar.
Yeah.
I would go to college and I always had the guitar, and people knew me as that guy with the guitar.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I'm always playing the guitar, I would bunk classes and play guitar. So I was very much into it. So I'd say it was a major part of my life when I was young. Now I do more disciplined practice on instruments. So it's like very focused practice, which I think is the right way. That's what they say, the masters.
Okay.
Is that you take an idea and just practice it for a certain amount of time, but do it like properly.
Yeah.
And that helps. So
is there repetition in like practicing music?
Exactly. Also? Yeah.
Or is it boring?
No, it's not boring if it's exciting to you, right?
Yeah. I mean, of course.
Some things are boring. Then, like, I mean.
Yeah, but then that's how you get better, no? That's also how you.
Exactly. I mean, the boring stuff, you just do a bit of it. Because, it's just to make you like fluent with something, right? But then you have fun also. Like, okay, you learned this, now you mess with it. And I think that's why I became a composer. Because I am not one of those super disciplined musicians who sits for 6 hours and just plays one thing. I can't do that.
Again. Yeah.
So I learn this one thing and then I have to turn it inside out and mess with it.
Yeah.
And I think I'd say a lot of composers probably do that. Like I learn through making tunes. Like even the saxophone, it's a new instrument. I'm a beginner on it, you could say. But because I know some music, it helps. But okay, I learn this concept and then I mess with it. I don't just learn the concept and then keep it away. So
you're not doing rehearse every morning to
No, every day is happening.
Oh
yeah, but not for 6 hours.
Okay.
Maybe for an hour.
An hour every day. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. When you're in a creative job, you've taken it upon yourself to do the hard parts of it also. Writing for me is great. Like it's therapy actually to a certain level.
Cool, yeah.
Right? I write when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're everything. Like it's just an outlet.
Yeah.
But when it's bad clients for that matter, or when it's a horrible project, it kind of just takes the joy out of it a little bit.
Kills your soul.
Yeah. And then how do you still get up next day and do your same 1 hour training where you're like, I don't even want to touch anything.
Look at it. Yeah,
so, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
so that's the balance you find. No?
Yeah.
So I think, see, a lot of expectation is there on us that, okay, you are, for example, I'll give you an advertising example. So one thing is that you get up and go and do that every single day. Okay, but that is for people who want to do that every single day of their life, or even someone who goes and shoot. You know, they want to do that every single day of their life, and so they're doing it. Or they are, you know, in a position where they have to do it. There's no other option.
Yeah.
It's either one of those two. But if you do have the option, if you're fortunate enough to, you know, spread out a little more in terms of what you can do, then it need not be that. You know, I mean, yes, you do your work, but you balance it out. You have to find the balance in your life.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. For everyone, it's different.
Right.
Like my idea of balance is different to your idea of balance,
Right.
or anyone else. So if you're feeling that, oh, this has killed me, and tomorrow I have to go and do the same thing again, yes, it does happen. But then maybe you want to not engage as much with that particular thing.
Right.
You know, and you need more of this, more of the things that feed your soul as well.
So how do you do music just for yourself and not for?
I mean, I do some jobs in advertising. I do a film when I'm doing a film, and then I spend a lot of time like learning an instrument, making my own music. Like I'm apart from film and advertising, now I'm trying to push myself in, you know, the independent space as well. So I'm planning to release, I think within the next month or so. I don't know when this comes out, but probably
pretty
the
much
same
then.
time.
Yeah.
So I'll be putting out, you know, songs of my own, start pushing that as well.
Yeah.
And that's what will, see, once you are also doing that, then you don't mind going to,
the work.
you know, a job that sits on your head. So somewhere,
that's the balance you're talking about.
somewhere your soul is being killed because you're not doing the things and putting out the things that you really want
fulfilling.
to put out. Yeah. And you need both. Everyone needs both.
The first one I don't understand, how do people give you feedback?
Yeah.
How do you give music feedback? And especially it's people who have no idea what
अच्छा नहीं है, बकवास है.
So how do you work on that? Like what do you even do with मजा नहीं आया?
मजा नहीं आया. There are some मजा नहीं है guys. There are some people who like to get involved. There's different types of people.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about yesterday, I went to get a haircut because I'm in this video.
Yeah.
I should look presentable.
Right.
So I was sitting in the barber's chair, and then I realized that I'm actually the guy cutting my hair.
Okay.
I'll tell you what this means. And it's not just a music director thing, it's everyone, a director, writer, whatever. Some guys walked in and I give the same brief whichever barber I go to, and I say कि इधर side से कम, पीछे से कम, ऊपर से ऐसे ही रख दो, because now I'm older and nothing else grows anymore. So that's all, that one haircut I can manage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I tell them this is the same brief to everyone, and everyone comes and gives me a different sort of haircut. Okay, so I'm that only. Like some guy is coming and telling me, he's giving me a brief and he's telling me whatever, and then I'm supposed to do something out of it, and then there's like a back and forth sort of thing. This is this weird revelation I had while getting my haircut. It might be dumb, you can cut it out or whatever.
Because you're taking briefs and feedbacks from people who probably have never even picked up an instrument in their lives.
I'm sitting in that chair and never picked a scissor up in my hand thing, right? So, but he does it.
Yeah. But
And
you have to trust him, no?
You have to trust him, and he's figured it out over time. He's spent time on his craft. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's initially you're scared.
Yeah.
You know, people are giving you feedback. You've spent so much time, all your talent you put in, and all sorts of shit you've done. And then the guy says, "Maja nahi aa raha." So then you're like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" And first, it's like a massive thing when you're younger. Then you start getting used to it. And you're like, okay, it's not because I'm not good, and that's a big thing you have to keep telling yourself all the time. You have to be thick-skinned. You have to forget about your ego, reduce it in life a little bit, and your pride. And it takes time, but it happens. But also, you know, being open to that feedback, because what you're doing, say in advertising, is there is something they require. There is something that, you know, they are trying to get from you. You just have to know how to match that. That's the job there. This is not about your creativity. Some days
How do you not take it personally? Because it's music at the end of it. It's come from you. Like,
no, but because you're not, again I'm coming to the same thing you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
You know, it kills your soul because you go and there's some bad thing happening. You're feeling that because you're not doing something else that doesn't kill your soul. right?
Fair
And
enough.
also balance. Like sometimes you go and you're like, हाँ ठीक है, okay, 2 दिन के लिए पकाऊंगी, then it's over. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah,
You know.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But do you remember a particular story where it was like feedback, but then you actually liked the film that came out in the end? You actually liked what came out after 15 rounds?
This happens sometimes.
Yeah, but do you remember
15
particular
rounds के बाद नहीं होता है. नहीं होता है guys, sorry. 15 rounds के बाद नहीं होता है. Maybe the second thing you do, it might be a different, you see, looking at it from a different perspective. The third thing maybe you do, you may look at it from a different perspective, it'll work out. But 15 things and all not happening.
So I actually want to understand from you what the difference between sonic branding,
Okay.
refrain,
Okay.
background music and jingle.
So let's start with a jingle. That's very commonly heard. A jingle could be like, you know, it's got a very song-like format.
Yeah.
Something very happy, peppy, bright and cheerful usually. And that kind of, I mean, the main criteria in advertising is it should be catchy, right?
Yeah.
So I'd say a jingle is something like that. It's more song-like. It's a song version of, you know, music.
Ads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in an ad, music in an ad.
Hmm.
So you know, I mean, one of the examples would be those Hutch Dog ones. That's a jingle. It's like a classic jingle. It's a guitar and a voice.
You and I in this beautiful world, green grass, blue skies, in this beautiful world, you and I, winding lanes as dreams go by. You and I in this beautiful world. You and I in this beautiful world.
That one, I think that Rupert has done. That's
Yeah.
it's a very popular one, which is why
Yeah.
I'm giving that example. It's probably one of the most popular ones. So that's a jingle. Or Cadbury's Kiss Me. Those are
Kiss me, close your eyes, miss me. Close your eyes and kiss me. I can read your lips on your fingertips and happiness in your eyes. Kiss me. Close your eyes, miss me.
Have you felt silk lately? Rich, creamy, smooth, Cadbury Dairy Milk Silk.
jingles.
Yeah.
So they're very song-like. I would imagine refrain is something that repeats again. It comes from song terminology.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got something that's a catchy hook. It could be called a hook as well, something that sticks. And then
Yeah.
you come back to it, which is why you know, which is why it's called a refrain.
Right.
So it's usually that catchy hook section
In a
that
song.
they would call a refrain.
I'm actually playing one of your ads,
Okay,
which I think is a refrain. Not you tell me if I'm right.
okay.
This is PKVK with Selection Day. What do you call this? This is yours only, right? I would be so embarrassed if it's not.
It is.
This way.
I think.
हाँ.
क्रिकेट वाले सिलेक्शन डे देगा क्या? नहीं. देख, फ्रंट फुट पे खेलना सीख जाएगा.
Yeah,
So this.
yeah.
So this hi wawa that I was
Yeah,
repeating
yeah,
is
yeah.
the refrain.
You could say, yeah. It's something that comes, that sticks with you.
Yeah.
It's a catchy sort of little thing. And, you know, it could even be part of a film where it keeps coming. Like it's there in the beginning and then it comes later. But it kind of stands out.
Okay.
It's sort of like a very, I'm trying to explain
Sticky?
it. Sticky, yeah. It's very sticky.
Okay.
A sticky little thing that's a refrain. So
Yeah.
that's stuck in your head. Ki, "Acha, ye hai iska."
Do you have any other example in your head? When you say it's in the starting also.
This is a good example.
Thank
This
you.
is a very good example.
It's your work, but thanks. Yeah.
I would not remember.
You don't know your own work?
I don't remember. People show me that I'm like, what is this? And then they played and I'm like,
But is that your voice?
Yeah,
Oh.
it is my voice.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then background music and sonic branding.
Background music comes from, also film in general, where there's no voice. Something that is music put to picture. You're watching a visual when you're making the music, for example. You're watching the visual and you're adding, little punctuations and little movements in music and things like that kind of tell the story through music.
Okay.
It accompanies the visual, and that's background music, and usually it doesn't have vocals in it. There's no singing.
It's a mood.
It's a mood. The music adds mood and it highlights certain things.
Right.
Like some guy falls somewhere, you want a sound there. Or some product is shown and you want something there. And all this music is sitting with the visual. That could be your background music. Sonic branding is when you take a certain sound. It's a musical sound that kind of helps the audience identify this is the brand. You hear ting ting ting, you know it's Britannia, right?
Yeah.
Or you hear tadam, you know it's Netflix.
Right.
That's sonic branding.
What is your favorite thing to do?
I'd say jingles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't do enough jingles. Is what I feel. Because there was a trend I remember, which is why I got into it.
Yeah.
And that's why I gave you that Hutch example, because I recently saw another interview of advertising composers where someone mentioned that.
Yeah.
I think 2 composers mentioned that. They talk about the same jingle. And I think for our generation, a lot of us heard that jingle at some point, and we were like, oh man, if you can do this. Or even Cadbury's Kiss Me for some people. And I'm sure there are now other jingles that younger people are listening to, and they say, oh, I want to go into advertising and compose this. But then there was this phase of doing only sound design, which is also has its place and it's great. But somewhere we kind of lost that whole thing of making a nice, cute, good
jingle
song, that really sits with a brand and it's fun to listen to, and it works.
What's your favorite jingle that you have done?
Oh man.
Should I open your portfolio?
Yeah, open. I don't remember. Yes. Okay. I actually really like this really old jingle. Yeah, this is it. This day has got a brand new shine. I'm waking up to make it mine. Kick back and take it slow, 'cause you don't have nowhere to go. When the light falls lazily, just let it be Sunday and me. Da 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 da. Isn't it lovely when time stops? Nothing to do but connect the dots. Kick back and take it slow, 'cause you don't have nowhere to go. When the light falls lazily, just let it be Sunday and me.
The Hindu on Sunday, now with more to read, because Sunday is for reading.
Oh, that's so nice. But did you write this also?
Yeah.
Oh, super sweet. But do you have a favorite jingle otherwise, which is not yours? Is it You and I?
Yeah, I'd say it's You and I.
Yeah.
It still is. It's still a classic, great jingle.
Yeah, like for us it was हर एक friend जरूरी होता है ना.
चाय के लिए जैसे टोस्ट होता है,
वैसे हर एक फ्रेंड जरूरी होता है.
क्लासरूम फ्रेंड, कोई क्लासरूम फ्रेंड,
कोई एग्जाम हॉल वाला कॉपिंग फ्रेंड,
मूवी बड़ी, ग्रूवी बड़ी, हाई बड़ी, बाय बड़ी, जोक बड़ी, फोक बड़ी, गाना बड़ी.
So many different type of friends. Some close, some far.
A to Z.
But one thing's for sure.
पर हर एक फ्रेंड जरूरी होता है.
Do you have an interesting friend type? Share and you could win a trip with your friends. Choose a friend.
Oh, it was full cult classic. Like in us, we used to play it in school assemblies and all.
Oh wow.
Because it was that crazy.
Wow.
But
Yeah, I think because for me, I also play guitar and sing and all. So
but
it's,
then nice though.
yeah,
Full heart.
yeah. It's like if that can be on TV, then I think I can also probably do something like this.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why I think a lot of people got into it. Maybe around my age,
Yeah.
who are composers. I'd say that's one of the reasons.
But I actually want to double tap on why do you think we don't make jingles also now? Because it's so sad. It used to be so great.
You know, the whole system of how things work has changed to a large extent. It's a lot more controlled now. At least that's what I experience. It's very reference based. It's very style based. It's ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. It just has to be, done in a certain way. And that whole thing of even setting a jingle kind of thing to a film is kind of lost somewhere. People are trying other ways of, maybe it's the music has changed. No one is, these sounds are not cool anymore.
What do you say?
Right? I mean, they're nice,
Yeah.
but you don't hear it as much in the mainstream.
Just don't.
Yeah, so that's probably why.
But I also think it's because the longevity of ads is reduced. Like
That
you and
too.
I played for years.
That too, yeah. Why do you remember all those old jingles? I mean, yeah, they are good compositions, and yes, people can compose now, but it's not that they can't. There are still talented people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't get enough, play on those things.
I don't think I can name a single jingle from the last year. But I'm like, oh, this jingle.
But then you can't name a single anything from last year because there's so much last year and so much this year. You're not going to remember it.
That's also true. Have you ever surprised yourself only?
I mean, we stumble on these accidents anyway. I'm sure you do it with writing.
All the time.
Right? You're writing
And sometimes
something.
look and I'm like, I can't believe I wrote that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It happens. And same with music.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I don't know. And then you start playing something and then all of a sudden, like, oh, that's cool. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if you're just sitting by yourself and doing it for a long time. It's called flow. When I was in Australia, firstly, that's where I learnt about this in my course. But it's a nice thing for creative people. There's a Polish psychologist called Csikszentmihalyi. I think that's how he says his name. He talks about this concept called flow, right? So, I mean, read up about it because I don't remember the exact specific information, but it's about when you're doing something creative, you lose a sense of time and whatever, and you can just, if you love doing it, you'll do it for hours, right?
Yeah.
And this state is called flow.
Okay.
And to create or be happy in life, you need to keep tapping into the state often, right? And when do you get this state? It's when maybe you're really enjoying what you do. So, and the challenge isn't too high. If it's too low, you're bored of it.
Right.
You don't want to do it.
Yeah.
If it's too high, it causes some sort of fear or anxiety. You can't, really do that.
We won't try it.
Yeah, but if it's just enough of a challenge, then you're in it, right? And you feel like time goes by and you're also enjoying what you're doing. And there's a few more things to it.
Yeah.
It's like a graph. It's called the flow graph.
Right.
And it's
actually
a
quite
very
interesting.
useful thing, useful thing for any creative person. If you're stuck, just look at that. And it's a nice thing to apply in your practice.
Right. Oh, very cool.
More questions.
Do you feel that flow?
How often do I?
Yeah, do you feel that flow?
I think it can happen when I start exploring a new idea. Like say I'm playing an instrument or just sitting at the computer, looking at the screen, playing something, just messing with something, and you get latched onto some idea. I start exploring it more and you start going deeper. That's when it happens, because then you're just in it and you just spend so many hours just doing that, hours or whatever it is, long amount of time. So I think it happens by accident. You are messing around with something and then you just fall into that thing and then you just start enjoying.
It's 5 hours later and you're like, oh shit.
So it's not something you can put a deadline to, we have to deliver this tomorrow, it's not going to come there. But yeah.
When was the last time? Sorry, just one more time.
No stress. Last time would be, I've been writing my own stuff. So recently that's happening a little more. Like whenever I'm sitting down to write, something comes of it. And then I start going start playing whatever and coming up with ideas on an instrument, and then I kind of go into, I don't know if you can call it a rabbit hole of that, but yeah, I kind of go into this state, a flow state. But it's also something that you can develop more. Like the more you do that, you'll keep going into that state of flow, and you'll end up, I'm guessing, being more productive and creative out of it as a result of it.
We don't have a name for it. We're calling it Jingle and Taki, but it's not exactly Antakshari.
Right.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw jingles at each other until one of us runs out.
Sure.
And whoever runs out first loses.
Knowing my memory, I know how this is
But
going.
you're music.
I'm a music, but I'm also goldfish.
But okay.
Cool, we'll
Ready?
try.
Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You start.
Okay. Kitchen king ho ya garam masala, pav bhaji ya chan ki chaat masala, asli masala sach MDH.
Can I do? We got turmeric,
Nahi cosmetic, we got turmeric, Ayurvedic cream. Wait, there's another Vico one. Vajradanti, Vico Vajradanti, Vico powder, Vico paste, Ayurvedic chadi bootiyon se bana sampur swadeshi. Vico, I know all, you have to stop me.
How do you do this?
Childhood.
Okay. Jandu bang. I know all the cool ones.
Washing powder Nirma.
Yes.
Washing powder Nirma. Doodh si safedi. Your turn.
You and I.
In this
In this beautiful world.
Got you into this.
Yeah.
It just
What
this
is
one.
it?
It has just one line, no?
No, it has green grass, blue skies, in this beautiful world. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
But then,
something like that.
I'm also a fan of the little things you do for me. Nobody else
Pretty one. That's
makes
a
me
pretty
feel.
one.
That's also same only, but yeah.
You'll have to prompt. You'll give me some.
Her एक friend also had a competitor brand who did.
Oh, I don't know. Arey, you were acting
my
as if I...
dumpling. Hello, honey, bunny. Idea.
Right.
Feeling something.
Maybe the Cadbury one. Kiss me.
We mentioned so many times.
Close your eyes and miss me.
Amul doodh peeta hai India. Got it. Your wife is
Is it
helping
the
me.
same one?
It's a different one.
Doodh, hai wonderful piece of
I've never heard this.
Rose
Is that real?
glass full, doodh. It's an old one.
Bole mere lips. I love Uncle Chips.
There's that, what's the Blackberry one?
Oh.
Blackberry Boys, I think it's something like that.
Where the flag? Oh, I know that was full.
You know the full one.
Special.
But now it's your turn.
No,
Nokia
Ullu
song.
banawing. That is also idea.
Can I sing a instrumental part of it?
Go for it.
The Nokia, I don't know what that slick phone. It was something like that.
This section is going to be great. But what is the Rahman one then?
Airtel. Now.
I think now we would have run out.
Yeah. You can be the winner. It's cool. Like, it's fine.
No, but you
I
are
am
actually
music, but you are ad.
We'll actually discuss about people who want to do what you are doing.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if somebody is a music lover, okay, and they like it, they're passionate about it.
Yeah.
How would you ask them that they should go about trying to become a professional musician?
Okay.
Yeah. And don't say just practice. Practice.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Practice though is a
Given.
must.
Yeah.
You can't be in music without practice. You
Yeah.
can't be a musician without it. You need some level of practice, or should have practice in your life at some point to even be in music. That's one. But what I did try to do is reach out to a lot of people, like reach out to a lot of production houses. It never worked for me, but I know it works for a lot of people.
Right.
So that's what I could tell you. Once you are good at maybe doing music, start reaching out. Also, have a network of friends that are, kind of maybe linked to that. Maybe you want to meet people who are in advertising around your own age. Maybe the course or the whatever you studied in life, maybe it has some sort of relation to advertising, or you meet people of the same age in advertising or in film or whatever, and that helps you build networks, right? Because if you're doing music for film, you need to know people in film. Knowing other musicians is not going to help you, because that will help you maybe be in a band or play gigs or do only music. But if you want to be related to film, you should know, at least know like an assistant director maybe, or know someone in production. Sometimes they will say, they will tell the director, oh, I have a friend, you want to check this out.
Yeah.
Which happens because I think my first few short films, that's what happened. A friend of mine knew I was, doing this, and my work was forwarded to a director, and he heard it and was like, yeah, I like this, let's do it. And that's how I got my first few short films and things like that.
Right. But I'm thinking about your question to my question. Did you perform ever? Or were you into performance in public?
Only when my first Junction Blues band.
Still loyal to it.
Yeah.
Don't perform without them.
I still don't perform without them.
Fair enough.
It's only them or no one.
But is there a reason you chose this over?
I think I was always interested in looking at the bigger picture, not just one instrument.
Right.
So for me, the entire song matters.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair
so
enough.
I want to look at everything from like a top-down sort of way.
Yeah.
And get the entire song done. And I think also at some level, being a bit of a perfectionist in some ways, you want your music to sound like just right, and you want it to sound a certain way, and all of these sort of things. So working in a studio allows you to do that.
Have more control.
Have more control. I mean, I let it go also. It's not that I'm super controlling about it, but it lets you kind of craft a sound you have in your head.
Yeah.
As close to what's in your head as possible.
Yeah. So you studied.
Yeah.
Music.
Music
Now,
production.
Yeah, music production. Now, if somebody wants to, would you say studying is the right way to go about it, or like working with people who can teach you, and like how do you start to become a music director? If that even makes sense as a question.
It does. See, firstly, you absolutely must study some music. Definitely learn an instrument.
It's technical. It's a technical art.
In a sense. The using your hands to play something, whether it's a piano or a thing, there is a certain amount of technicality to it. Right? You do have to go through that sort of thing. So learning an instrument is the basic thing.
Yeah.
You should know an instrument. If it's a piano, it's better for a composition, because piano keyboards connect easily to computers, right? And they're very easily available.
Right.
So that helps a lot. But even if that's not your instrument, even if you say play guitar or play some other instrument, you need to have music. You need to learn music for sure. That's super important. No matter how much you rely on technology, the more you rely on technology, the more you'll sound like technology.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one thing, and at some way it'll hold you back, because in something like advertising and film, especially in India, you need to have the ability to deliver all kinds of things.
Yeah.
In terms of what you put out there. Say you like hip hop, doesn't mean you are only going to get hip hop here. You might have a small section where you get to do that, and very few people who are doing that might really make it big. But if you want to pick up more other jobs, you should be able to maybe execute, or at least play, or at least execute other genres as well. You should be able to do a film song type of thing, or you should be able to do a pop song.
Yeah.
And that helps you be employed longer, I'd say.
Right. So pick up an instrument.
Yeah.
And learn more genres.
Yeah,
is what
that will come. That's a result of that.
And know people. Make
that's
the right
a result
connections.
of that, but also connections. Also computers. You need to be good, not just at music, but also at sound, the technical side of it. So, see, there are people who get by maybe just knowing one thing, but then you have to hire other people. In my case, if I'm doing a thing, if it's a massive project, I do have to get help on board. But that said, if it's a normal project, I am capable of then handling everything from playing maybe the idea to composing it. To composing it, to producing it, to having a full song ready.
Yeah.
Right. And that makes a huge difference in today's time. I'm also talking about what will future-proof you.
Yeah.
You can't just go in with one skill. We live in a time where you need multiple skills. And even though I have all of these skills, maybe in the future they will not be enough. Maybe. You'll still need to also know AI related stuff. You'll still need to know so many other things.
Right.
So
Yeah.
as a composer, one is yes, be a musician, learn an instrument, train yourself well, network well, and also have many skills. That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
You can't just survive on one.
Okay. So thank you so much to Karan for making time out of his day to be here with us today. Thank you to Dhara for letting us into her home and butcher it completely. I swear we'll clean up before we leave. And look at that place, it's amazing. I don't know if we're taking a tour. I hope we are. No, we're not. But thank you so much to Accord for coming here and helping us film. Thank you to everyone
Thank you.
for being here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Say like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, guys. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. This is so fun. Okay.
Yay.
So.